Welcome to the meditation series again. So there's going to be a lot of these because I really like it. So this is our little logo. It's kind of cute. So relax and refresh, which is really what we need. And I'd like to have these lectures for people who just have a stressful job or a stressful life, and they just want to relax. And art's a great way to do that. Um, for me personally, I work a 14-day week. 80% of that is doing artwork. So, and when I do my artwork, I have my headphones. I have many, many sets of headphones, or I have a stereo. And I get lost in it. I just go to another place. I call it the happy place. Like when I go to the Getty, I'll go to the Getty and spend the entire day just with headphones on, just drawing from the masters. Um, for for the people and for the old students who, attacked me for never shutting up, they don't know me. And they obviously haven't spent time with me. If I'm selling and I only have a few moments, I'm going to get my future benefits out, and they're called future benefits. There was one situation, this is cute, and we're going to do let me explain to you what we're going to do. I'm going to draw this out. I'm going to use some cheap paint, this paper. Let me just do the story first. It's, I had a model who came in, and he kind of, I think, wasn't too sure about this guy, and I asked, what do you do for a living? He was a CPA. He was an accountant. And I go, how did you get into modeling? I mean, naked modeling. His secretary got him into it. Wow. So you're a CPA and your secretary got you into modeling naked. There were so many bells going off, sirens in my head. And what I did is I didn't he never took his clothes off. I told stories to the class for 5 hours straight. He was so mad at me, but I'm very protective over my classes. So again, my lectures are insane, but my classes are conservative. Um, my stories, I'm a Robin Williams fan, so I love that improv, but my life is very silent. So I guess what makes me so happy about this series is that it really is what my studio is like. And there's a lot of teachers out there. Go study with them. But if you're going to be here, you're going to get real stuff, real pure, and we're going to go to the happy place. So once again, for the people, especially those college students who decided that they could, you know, go for my throat for being, talkative, um, you were wrong. And now it's our chance to show you if you're here. What I'm using is a borrowed bar menu, which I put in some paper that only cost $1.75 for this whole package. And then I put it inside, made my own little sketchbook. And then this paint right here is really inexpensive. And I like it. And I have real expensive paint. So, but I really like this paint. And it's I guess they call it gel paint. So it's really fun, you see? So we're gonna have that. I'm gonna be over here. Um, and let's see if this will fit right here. And there you go. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with just doing these rocks, okay? The fundamentals. And here we go. Now there's always that humor. So in my mind, I've done this so many times, this demo with, painting rocks that of course I come up with the narrative. So I'd like to open a gallery for this, just for this one subject, and call it a gallery, call it bedroom art, and it's artwork that helps you get your rocks off, and it's just a bunch of rocks. So yeah, I like that kind of humor. I think it's fun. I grew up with it, and I think it's really kind of cute and funny. Um, but when I'm working, I might think of stuff in my head, but it doesn't mean that I'm talking to myself while I'm working. So again, most artists are reclusive. Most artists are really quiet. Um, and if they're not, then when they start, working, then they are. Typically in the studio, everybody's quiet, and then they go to lunch and have a great time. As a supervisor, it was always like, all right, how many hours do I really get out of a day with an employee? Because, they go to lunch, and then when they come back, it takes a while for everybody to settle down. And then once they settle down, you can get some really good work done. And then it's break time, 2.5 hours later, and then it starts all over again, wash and repeat. Okay, so here's the subject. And I'm going to put my headphones on. We're going to listen to Meatloaf. You can listen to whatever you want, but that's the drawing. And when you do a rock, if you turn it, you have a face, which is kind of cool. All right, let's get in here. I'll just mention as I go. And I think I've gotten my point across over the last several months. So here we go. And let's get some music. We're going to start with Meatloaf. Yes. It just puts me right in there. So I'm going to start with the local value, local color. These are both the same, local value and local color. If you don't know local value and color, let's go to the videos. So start like a coloring book. So I'm already gone. I don't typically like doing these videos because I'm kind of like reclusive, but with this, it's kind of cool because I'm in my mode, I'm in my world. So I'm listening to Meatloaf right now, and you're just in my studio. So I think that's cool. Okay. So this is blue gray, so that'd be reflected light. So this blue area here will be darker. God, this is good music. It's cool. This is a cast shadow. This is a contact shadow. All right, core shadow. Just take the local color and I like to split my core shadow, so like half warm, half cool. And it really turns it. It's kind of fun. So I'll go warm first. I love this paint. It's cheap. Like 20 bucks for this whole thing. My students turned me on to it. That's core. Pretty much the same local value, so it'll be the same core. Okay, that's warm. We can even go warmer here. Give it texture. Okay, we need a cast shadow here, which is going to be the same value as your core shadow. Feel really warm up here. I like to really push warmth coming towards me like that. If you want, you can put in a, I usually put a crack in there, like a little cross contour. Light's coming this way. Okay, lost edges. So figure out what I want to do. I might just, wherever you have a light, you want to put it dark. Okay. And then where it matches, it gets lost. Now, the background shape has to be different. So you focus. If it mirrors this, like this, it's bad. You want it to be broken up so the eye will focus on the shape of the rock. So many times we're so used to it, like this is drawing around it. We don't want to do that. See, this cool and dark will bring out the rock. Just it's called Rembrandt lighting. Just whatever is opposite. See. Let's put a tree over my shoulder. It kind of pushes the eye in. Get some contrast here, bring it forward. And there we go. Now, if we take this, see it, and we turn it, this is the face, see? This is the light, that's where it's turning. And that could be a big nose. So if you can draw we can do the rock. We can do a face, we can do anything. It's just simple shapes. So, okay, I think I got my point across. We just keep adding, I like Vilpu. He says, takes two people to do a drawing, one to do it, one to take it away before you ruin it. When I teach, as I'm teaching, let me hit pause. I hear the teacher's voice in my head while I'm doing the teaching. So, like if I'm doing this painting and I have Brian Eastman, I got Fred Fixler, I got Glenn Vilpu, I got, Gil Basico, I got, all these great artists that, Ann Gunther. I've got their voice in my head and I can hear their, the original voice. So that's why I don't think of it as myself, like this is my approach, because it's not. I've always got Eddie Rayberg in my head. It's not. The only thing that's personal is the ridiculous way I teach it, but we're not doing that right now. We're not doing all the stories and all the jokes. We're just learning the fundamentals. So right now it's very much having that, the meditation, listening to the music and getting lost, but I'm also listening to the original teachers and I worship them. And they are my, Bill Perkins. I literally worship them and thank them for helping me and teaching me. And that's why I pay it back. I think if you're going to be a teacher, I'm tough in business. I don't have a problem with that. There's a saying, it's not personal, it's business. No, it's personal, but it's business. It's okay, fine. But when it comes to teaching, you got to open it all up and you got to love those students and you got to give them everything. So that's our school. And every student that walks in there is so important. And everyone is different and you have to teach them differently. I have an engineer right now who is an incredible human being, just a phenomenal person, but I have to teach him as an engineer. And then I'll have another kid who's just pure artist, so I got to teach them that way. So you have to be able to adapt to each student. I think that's really important, when you're a teacher, and that's our school. Okay, so this is pure fundamentals, and it's done pretty quick because we do them all the time. Let's move on to some more meditation, okay? I'll see you in a little while.